My name is Larry Rodriguez, and I've been writing statements on behalf of the Chevron heiress. She's been sexually molested and robbed by cops in Houston, Texas for 6 years and 10 months. I don't know what she is. I don't even think she's alive anymore. The cops from Houston, Texas continue to attempt to entrap me. They get these people to come around me with their wives' phones, and then they get these big boned women to come around me, try to come around me. I run from them now when I see them coming because I know what it is. To come close to me, they're gonna say something stupid, disrespectful, and incriminating that I'm not doing. I'm really tired of this. I don't understand why this court or the government has not prevented these cops from being around me, period. All right? I asked the court and the government to freeze her bank account. Look, freeze her bank account. Freeze her bank account. Freeze her bank account. I've said it enough times for the court to cooperate and for the government to cooperate and freeze her bank account because they're robbing her. You understand? They're robbing her. You understand? They're robbing her. And the government has not done anything about it, but they're letting these criminal cops, police, they're letting these criminal cops, police, they're letting these criminal cops, police, continue to rob her intentionally. Every item of property that was taken from the Chevron heiress. They have people coming around me, following me, and they just come out and walk by me so they can make allegations against me that are not true. And it's all over the city because everybody's robbing the Chevron heiress because the cops from Houston, Texas, the government put together this scheme to let everybody rob her, so like that, it could be an element of exoneration for them, because so many government entities have property that was purchased by the Chevron heiress that they probably figured that if they get everybody to rob the Chevron heiress, they could use that as a defense mechanism to exonerate themselves. There's no exoneration here. I asked the government to freeze her bank account years ago. For the first time that I asked the government to freeze her bank account, from that period right there, when the government didn't do it, they became liable for every penny being taken out of the Chevron heiress bank account. It's only logical. It's common sense. And although I am only a layman in matters of law, that's the way the law works in the United States and many other countries too. Now I'm asking the government to freeze the Chevron heiress bank account and to find the Chevron heiress and place her in the protection of the federal government. I believe that I have jurisdiction, legal jurisdiction to do this because I am her common law husband. Now, that's like 150 different Chevron addresses all over the country, siphoning the Chevron heiress bank accounts. And I'm asking the government again. Freeze her bank account. Do it. Because I have jurisdiction to say this. Because she's my common law wife. Now freeze her bank account. I don't know where she's at. I'm looking for her. Freeze her bank account. My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm not committing crimes. And the cops, all these people that are making them allegations against me in relation to inappropriate sexual misconduct in the midst of society, are all implicated in the conspiracy to rob the Chevron heiress, even if they did not rob her, because they have lent themselves out to be a implement in the conspiracy against the Chevron heiress by trying to get me out of the way so they can continue to rob the Chevron heiress. Maybe you don't think this is so, but the judges think this is so. It's like that. It's always like that. It's the law, the way it's written. Where is the Chevron heiress? Where is she? Why hasn't the government tried to find her? The government hasn't tried to find her because the government is implicating and robbing the Chevron heiress. They have associated themselves and rooted themselves in to robbing the Chevron heiress. Find my common law wife. Find her. I'm not with her. If the cops from Houston, Texas have used evidence of GPS signals with the Chevron heiress phone next to me, I'm not with her. She's not with me. They have all kind of schemes and implements to try to mislead the court. Please find the Chevron heiress. Find her. Find her. Don't listen to the legal entities that are stalking me. They're lying to you. You hear them sirens? The sirens is telling all the people around here that the cops from Houston, Texas have control of to come out and make allegations against me. The cops from Houston, Texas are conducting their criminal activity in the same manner they would in a criminal investigation, where they follow the perpetrator and radio other units in the area, letting them know that he's coming or they're coming. And what they're doing now is the same thing. They're radioing all the units, all the cops from Houston, Texas, accomplice, and telling them that when they see me, that they should say that I'm committing immoral acts, but cops from Houston, Texas is congesting the courts, the government, with continuous allegations from me by creating actions that require that my reaction be to write them off. You have to stop it. Just stop it. Now, I, as the Chevron Everest common law husband, have a right to tell you to freeze a bank account, to stop the cops from Houston, Texas, and their criminal accomplice from robbing her. And the government must follow my direction, because I'm her common law husband and I can't find her. I can't find her because the cops from Houston, Texas keep moving her. They abduct her and bring her to different locations so that they can distribute her to their accomplice who rob her over and over and over again. And when I find her, they move her again. There's all kind of crimes in these situations. Abduction, false imprisonment, sexual molestation, robbery. Why is the government letting this continue? Stop it now. Freeze her bank account and find her. If you don't find her, then you need to produce me to the court, to ask me, to let me know that you can't find her, so that I can pursue legal efforts to see what happened to her. The cops from Houston, Texas continue to mislead the court. They continue to gather information. They continue to gather accomplices, and they continue to try to entrap me with false allegations. Please find the Chevron Everest and place her in the property, place her in the custody of the Chevron, and please find the Chevron Everest and place her in the custody of the federal government. I mean, what do you think? That this is going to be swept under the rug? Or do you think that I'm just going to walk away from this and everything's going to be all good? It's not going to be like that. You're forcing me to commence an action that requires the reaction of me doing something desperate. What is desperate? Huh? What do people do to get the government's attention? What does somebody do to get the government's attention or anybody's attention when they're not listening? Find the Chevron Everest. I don't know where she's at. I'm looking for her every day. My texts to her and my communications to the courts and to the government all depict that. Please find the Chevron Everest. Find her. I'm not committing crimes. My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm not committing crimes. and I'm looking for my wife that the cops, the government, abduct to rob her money. Thank you, Judge.